What's up YouTube? Adam here from Team Revelation coming at you with a deck profile. Today I'm going to bring you the Cyber Dragon deck profile. This is a pretty fun deck profile. Still working on it. And I'll show you the build. This is we call a prototype, work in progress. So to get right into it. So we got the 3 core. He's great. He can get you Cyber Repair Plant or Cyber Network when he's normal summon. And then you could banish from your graveyard, and you can special summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck. But you just can't activate both effects. You can only activate one per turn. The only negative is that he's 400 attack, but it's pretty good to start first turn. The 3 Dre is pretty good. He's 1800 attack. When he's normal summon, you make all Cyber Dragons level 5, and then you can only special summon machine type monsters, so you basically want to go into your Nova play, or you can go into Fortress Dragon or whatever. Definitely have to run the 3 Cyber Dragon. I definitely prefer running the alternative art to the regular, because the regular one has seen, what, a million reprints. The 2's Vi, I guess I like him, but he's definitely going to be taken out because he only is Cyber Dragon when you reveal a spell card, so if you have no spells in hand, he just becomes an 1800 when he attacks your opponent's monster, so he's alright, but I think he's definitely going to be pulled out. The 1 Altanian is probably my favorite card in this deck, just because, your opponent thinks, oh, I'm just going to get rid of all your Cyber Dragons and everything. You bring this guy out and he sends. So he doesn't destroy, send. So he gets rid of so many problematic cards. Gets a big attack boost. You can just, you can go for game with this guy. I may actually bump him to 2. 3 Swift Scarecrow, great because he's a machine. Great because he stops attacks. I mean, a Swift Scarecrow, why not? And then to end the monsters, we of course have the 1 Honest, because most of the cards in here are light machines. For the spells, we run 3 Cyber Repair Plant. This allows you to either search for your Cyber Dragons or any of your Cyber cards, or allows you to shuffle them back into the deck. So this card is great, and this is usually what I grab first with core. The 3 Upstart Goblin, just to draw, even though your opponent gains 1,000. 3 Power Bond, which is, with the OTK. I kind of wish that they had the Cybernetic Fusion support, I think it's called, because with this and that, it's great, but of course you have to have, push for game, because it's a little dangerous. The 2 Machine Dupe, one of my favorite combos, is summoning core and then activating Machine Dupe, because you're allowed to special summon 2 monsters with the same name. So people already know this combo, but you special summon 2 Cyber Dragons, and then you can basically go into a rank 5, or you can go into a Fortress Dragon, or whatever you're feeling. But it's one of the best plays, definitely. 2 MST, just get rid of back row. 3, I think, is just too much. The 1 Overload Fusion, I do play Chimera Tech Over Dragon. It does help a lot, and it also gets off Cyber Network, because with Over Dragon, it sends all of your cards to the graveyard. So definitely the one limiter, because you run the machines. Goes graveyard Power Bomb, push it for game. The 1 Day of Peace, you draw, you don't take any damage. Also works with Power Bond. You do Power Bond, go off, and say you don't quite get game. You just do main phase 2, 1 Day of Peace, and you save yourself. The 1 Book, because it's book, and also the 1 Dark Hole, they're pretty self-explanatory. For the traps, run triple Cyber Network. I think I might actually cut this down to 2 or 1. It's pretty great. It allows you to keep removing from play. I usually remove from play Dre, which I forgot to mention the second effect, which is if he's banished, you get to target a Cyber Dragon on the field, and for the turn it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. So usually he's the one I target, and you just keep filling, and then during the 3rd standby phase it gets destroyed, and then when it does get destroyed, or you can just I usually do like an MST play where I hit this, and then you special summon as many light machine type monsters And then the only downside is you can't conduct your battle phase. But this card does come in handy, but I might consider it cutting down. The 2 traps done. This goes great with the OTK, with Power Bond stuff. You just activate this. They can't activate anything really to stop. So, and then you just push for game. You got the 2 Mirror Force, and also the 1 Bottomless for protection. So that's the main deck. Going into the extra deck, I run 2 Chimeritic Fortress Dragon. This card is great. Comes an instant beat stick. You don't have to use Power Bond or anything. You know, you get to snatch up, and especially if they're playing a machine deck like Gira Karakuri or any form of dragon. Even if you're playing Mirror Match. I love playing Mirror Match because it's just like, well, who's going to get their Cyber Dragon machines out first? Because then this guy just comes out and just wins you games. Also play the 2 Cyber Twin Dragon. This card is great. With Power Bomb comes 56, attacks your opponent directly. That's more than enough. The 1 Over Dragon, like I said, for Overload Fusion. I definitely use them at least once per game. It's pretty good. The Cyber End Dragon is also great because with Power Bond becomes 8,000, with Limiter becomes 16,000. Definitely, probably the biggest guy you can get out there. Then for the Exceeds, run 2 Cyber Dragon Nova, which is great because you're able to special summon your Cyber Dragons and then banish them, so he gains attack. And then if he gets, you know, Mirror Force, Torrential, whatever, you're able to special summon one of your big fusion monsters. So he's definitely great. Volcasaurus is awesome in this deck just because I can get him out pretty easily. You know, deals damage. He's 2,500 attack, so definitely great. Same with Terrace, can get him out there. Beat Stick, love it. Machu Mech. This card is pretty good. I'm probably going to, if I ever had like a Zamai or whatever, I would take him out. But he's also good because he's a machine. He's 2,400, so he's alright. The Pleiades. I think that Pleiades is probably the best in this extra deck, just because how easy he is to get out here, and he's just a double compulse. He's 2,500. And then for the 4s, which you use Dre and Zwei. But if I take Zwei out, then these will I'll probably keep at least 1 in. But for right now, I have the Cowboy just to go for game. If I don't, I'm able to push with Power Bond or whatever. I could just use him. Maestroke, it's Book of Moon, and you know, can't be destroyed. And then Wind Up Zenmeister, not because of his second effect, but because he becomes a 2,500, and then with Limiter becomes a 5,000, so it's pretty good for a rank 4. That's the extra deck. And for the side deck, I only have 13. And like I said, this is a prototype, so this is not set in stone. This is just what I feel I could side. You know, so for the monsters, run 2 Jinzo, just because it's Jinzo. It's probably one of the my favorite monsters. It's a machine. It locks down traps. Definitely needed. The 1 spell canceller, it's kind of like the Jinzo, except it stops spells. And both of them you're able to just get out. If you special summon like your Cyber Dragon or whatever, you can just tribute for one of them. The only thing is he's kind of risky because if you have your Power Bond plays or Machine Dupe or whatever, he stops at 2. The 2 Spell Shattering Arrow, this is for stuff like Insectors or Fire First or anything that leaves like, you know, their field spell or continuous spell. I can just pop stuff and deal damage, which is, you know, always nice. The 2 system down because, you know, this is good against Mirror Match, or like I said, the Karakiri Gira. If they use this against me, it doesn't really hurt me that much because I have the Cyber Network. I mean, it might do some damage, but it's pretty good in here. The 2 Depunk, this is for like Dark World and stuff like that. I've seen it in a lot of people's side decks, so I think I'm going to keep this in here. The 2 DNA Surgery, I might consider maining because it's so good. You want to obviously call machines, and then you can go into your Fortress plays, and that's basically what it's in here for. Or also, as Josh said, you know, for like spell books and stuff because they hate, you know, not being spell book or spell casters, excuse me. And then for last is the Mind Crush. I definitely love Mind Crush on the side. There's so much searching in this format where you're just able to, you know, get rid of bear and get rid of whatever they search. So yeah, guys, that is the deck profile. Make sure you give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to talk to us, message or whatever. And thanks again.